Good morning, and welcome to our meditation group, Flourishing During Times of Uncertainty. My name is Father Frank Buckley, and delighted you are with us this morning on our Jesuit campus here at Blessed Sacrament in Hollywood. Today is Wednesday, and it is going to be a great day. Nothing is better or more important than having a morning practice on the spiritual journey called life. This morning, our program is always a three-part program. We begin with a little inspiration. Paula has a bibliography for us, and I'm going to introduce a new book this morning by Father George Aschenbrenner titled Stretched for the Greater Glory. And I'm going to pick a little excerpt that I came across on the fourth week of the exercises that I think is particularly helpful even in the middle of a pandemic. The second part of the program will be where we give the first 20 minutes of the day to God, where we do our contemplative practice of turning the gaze inwards and meditating for 20 minutes. And the third part of the program, something close to Ignatius's own heart, is the Jesuit Examen, where we'll look over the last 24 hours and just notice where God showed up in new or beautiful ways. And I invite you to feel free to drop them in the comment box. So let's get started. In each contemplation, you will become aware of both the Trinity, missioning in love, and the Holy Spirit's detailed filling out of the scene. The full image and revelation of God in the risen Jesus radiates and marks our soul. The details of these encounters reveal how the risen Jesus is faithfully caring in ways that are charming, gracious, and humorous, even as he challenges unbeliefs. Through these appearances, the early followers learned, and you will learn, that being risen does not remove Jesus, but makes him even more personally present in the Spirit, a companion on the pilgrimage of life. The careful contemplation of these appearances sensitizes your faith. It will help you to recognize in the daily details of life how the risen Jesus always comes to console you and then to mission you in consolation of many others. Another recognition also surprises you. The risen Jesus was consoling you every step of the pilgrimage of the last month. I will add, in the middle of a pandemic, Jesus was consoling us every step of the pilgrimage. You read the details of this ongoing appearance in the gospel of your own life. Now you will be able to deal with the ordinary consolations and desolations of your inner life with a humble confidence, rooted first in your experience of the personal presence of the risen Jesus, and then in the promise that he is of a joy and a victory beyond disappointment and defeat. Let me read that again. The promise that he is of a joy and a victory beyond disappointment and defeat. Much has been revealed and learned in the third and fourth weeks that you can profitably share in your continuing conversation with your three friends, Mary, the risen Jesus, and his beloved Father. These 2 weeks never end. They fuse into a daily way of living mirrored in the concluding exercise, the contemplatio to attain love, which is a summary of the whole retreat. These final days personalize your feel for finding God in all things and give you a humble confidence and flaming desire to live this new life. Your desire to be faithful calls you to a faithful God who provides the very way of faithfulness. Your desire of this new life stretches your soul in faith and hope before the risen Jesus. He is God's invitation to your own unique role of serving in the endless sweep of divine glory. However, your confidence is humble because your own grasp on all of this is frail and fragile. Your hope and confidence are anchored in God's faithful, loving grasp on you in the risen Jesus. An experienced steersman has poised in a balance magnificent to behold the stretched sails of your soul, bracing and bending with the wind, and has readied you to cut through choppy surface waves to a sure destination. Well, in the middle of this pandemic, we have certainly encountered a few choppy waves. One of the great helps on the choppy sea is a morning practice. So let's move into our contemplative practice. I invite you to get comfortable, take your shoes off while I lower the lights. All right, let's get this party started. Go ahead and unplug. That's one of the ways we flourish. I will do that by setting the timer so you don't have to worry about that for 20 minutes. You can simply focus on the breath and the sacred word. So I invite you to lower the eyes, turn the gaze inwards, and let's begin. Listen, listen, the sound of the bell returns us to our true home. As always, let's begin with diaphragmatic breathing, that is, breathing deeply as possible into the lower belly, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 3 times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time, deeply as possible. Inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. Take the attention to the breath. Engage your sacred word. Repeat it several times. Listen to the sounds. Notice the breath and the sensations. Please continue. Baby, can you let Felipe in? I'm in the middle of my meditation. I left the gate unlocked by accident. Thanks. Love you. Me too. Thanks. We only have about a minute left, so for this last minute, I invite you to embrace the ancient Tibetan practice from the 16th, 17th century of just sprinkling a little joy of this fourth week over your meditation practice and your life. Please continue. Gently bring your attention back to the room. If the eyes were closed, go ahead. Open the eyes. Let's circle the wrist a little, re-engaging the body. Little morning stretch. Inhale, lift up. Oh, I got my vaccine yesterday. I feel it in my right arm. Let's twist to the left, to the right. A little back bend, a little forward bend. Stretch tall and release. Shake out anything you've been holding on to. Wonderful job, everyone. Let's now move into our Jesuit Examine, where we just look over the last 24 hours and notice where God came alive for us. I'll start, and then feel free to drop your comments in the comment box. So I'm very excited. Right after this, I am going to do a retreat for Ignatians West on flourishing during a pandemic with Ignatian spirituality. So I think most of you have figured out I never tire of talking about Ignatian spirituality or exploring it with people. So I love Ignatians West, and really looking forward to the morning. Second, yesterday I did our recovery group for people living on the streets in Hollywood. And one of the things I like to play around with, and sometimes it lands and other times it doesn't, but yesterday it lands, is I use things that have been used as evidence-based practice in one-on-one therapy, and I try it in our group. And the yesterday morning I did this little exercise. It's called the light streaming exercise, where you think of your favorite color and then imagine the light coming down from the sky in through the top of your head, floating all the way down the body, and let the healing light heal anything in the body that needs healing, all the way down to the feet. And it was really a great group. What people reported was the color of their lights and how it healed different parts of their bodies. So that landed and made me very happy. And then last, excuse me, where God came alive for me was the morning inspiration. Is I really love this guy's take on the fourth week of the exercises. It reminds me a lot of Pope Francis, the joy of the gospel. And I'm reminded of a German Jesuit a few years back I did my 8-day retreat with. And he said, every time you do the 8-day, you don't begin anew every time. Each time is going deeper and deeper and deeper. So, yeah, this joy of the gospel. And I like the way he says that we can experience even in the midst of turbulent waves. And we've all certainly experienced those during this pandemic. So that's where God's come alive for me. Feel free to drop where God's come alive for you. And I will see you tomorrow. God bless you.